Tony D and Little Joan with your Screenwriters Rant on stream. A trailer that, well, I don't think it's a really good movie, but it's an interesting trailer because they don't really say much, but you kind of get the idea because it's kind of a lot of horror tropes. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 12, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So this is from the producers of The Terrifier 2. That's a pretty gory movie. So this is going to be very gory. And it's called Stream. And if you watch it and listen to the dialogue, you can eventually conclude the reason it's called Stream is because this guy is streaming live various murders in some sort of crazy, sick game show. You get the idea from this little stream signal bar that's in the logo. And then you get the knife blade coming off the M. It's called Stream. It kind of sounds like Scream. You know. And they say, put some skin in the game. So there's a game. Do I know any of these guys? Some of the actors look familiar. Tony Todd is in it. Oh, did I recognize him? He's not one of the ones I recognize, but some of the other guys. I didn't see Tony Todd in that. Let's see who wrote this. Directed by Michael Levy. Written by Michael Levy, Robert Pritivera, Jason Levy, and Steven Della Sala. 4 guys it took to write this movie. Yeah, it's with Danielle Harris and Tony Todd. So I guess they're not in it that much. But that's fine. He is a fairly big... The Candyman is a pretty big staple of horror movies. Can't believe I didn't recognize him. I know he must be in here. There's no way they wouldn't put Tony Todd in the trailer. One of the big names. I don't know how I missed him, though. That guy looks a little familiar. They look like character. That guy looks really familiar. I can't think of what he's from. I know I saw a show with him. He's looking older there. Haven't seen him in a while. Not seeing Tony Todd in the mix, though. Okay, so the plot of the movie is this guy's streaming stuff at a hotel. I guess they trap the guest and then they start killing them in various gruesome ways. And, there he is. There he is. Oh. Not sure what his deal is in the movie. So, it's, first off, it's a classic sort of low-budget thing. They get a hotel, maybe in the off-season, in some area of the country, where there's just nobody going to use the hotel for months. You shoot it in there. So you got the run of the hotel. Everything shot in and around the hotel. And what's it about? Well, everybody's trapped in the hotel, and one by one the guests are being murdered in a sick game show that's being streamed. Thus the name, Stream. It doesn't say that explicitly, but there's enough clues in here that I think that's the deal. Put some skin in the game, and various other allusions to a game. So it's a little bit like Saw and, I don't know, really gruesome live stream, I guess. Would I watch it? Absolutely not. It's not my kind of movie. I don't like super gruesome movies. I mean, I get it. You know, they're not entertaining to me anymore. Maybe when I was a kid, they were mildly entertaining because they were so shocking. I mean, it's a good shocker kind of thing. Teenagers would like this because they haven't seen anything like this before a lot of times, and it's like, oh my God, they just killed that dude. But when you've seen enough of these movies, you just kind of go, all right. All right, you're going to kill people in interesting ways. And people will scream and blah, blah, blah. So, first act, for whatever reason, people are coming to the hotel. Maybe there's a convention. Maybe it's just a normal week at the hotel. Or maybe people got mysterious invites. You know, there's lots of ways you could set it up, right? Kind of doesn't matter. All the actors are in there. And then maybe they get a little bit of a hint of what's to come. At first, nobody, you know, maybe they get a weird vibe from the front desk guy or something. And then they start to check in, and eventually the hotel locks, or this guy comes on and starts announcing, "Hey, welcome to our game," or, you know, it may, now the classic way to set it up, this would have been like in the 40s, 50s, and early 60s, would have been to set up each character as kind of a sketchy character. A character that sort of maybe can be redeemed, but kind of also could deserve to die, right? So petty criminals, not super hard criminals, but got guys that you could see kind of deserve to be there. And that would be part of it too. That would give it an extra layer. So it would be like some guys redeem themselves and escape this terrible nightmare, but others, you know, sell out people to save their own skin, but they end up dying themselves. Stuff like that. It would be more of a existential moral conundrum that they would play up because they tended to be more like plays back in the day, whereas this is probably going to get right down to business. Whether these people are innocent or guilty, they'll just start murdering them. Or not. I mean, maybe it's a little more than that. I would like to see more character development in a movie like this. I would only like to see people who deserve to die in movie terms. Like, that's what made the recent Saw entry, although I didn't see it and I'm not interested in seeing it. It made it more interesting because the characters he goes after in that movie are doctors who told him he was cured of cancer, but he wasn't. They lied to him. So the characters have a reason to die. Like, there's a reason he's taking his revenge. That's what they probably need in this movie. I don't know. Maybe they have it or not. I don't know. Doesn't really say. My vibe would be they don't have it, but who knows? The second act, bunch of terrible murders over and over again. How do we escape? How do we turn the tables? Sometime in the third act, the tables are turned, and they either go after him or, I don't know, they got all these guys in a mask running around. I'm not sure who they are. They turn the tables, or they do something different. Now, a different way to end this would be, you think they're going to turn the tables on their murderers, but it's all a big trap, and in the end, they kill everybody. And then it all starts up again. And maybe the movie ends with another group of people coming in, and they're going to kill them too. That would be a little different. Haven't seen that. I mean, I've seen that sort of ending before, but not very often. That's a very rare thing. That is a hardcore horror ending, right? Everybody dies. All the bad guys win. Maybe you could do it that way. A low budgeter, they have that kind of opening, because why do people watch this? It's probably not going to get a wide theatrical release. It'll probably go direct to stream, and you know, it'll be the sort of movie. Again, you sit around with your teenage friends, you watch it and you laugh at it because it's so stupid and weird, and people are murdered horribly, and you've got a hot chick in a evil mask. You know, maybe the previous winners get to stay and murder other people. Maybe that's the ending. That would be an interesting ending too, right? Like one guy or girl survives this nightmare by turning the tables on one of the guys in the mask, and they announce to them, "You win." Oh, what do I win? Oh, you get to participate in the next game where you get to wear the mask and kill the people. And maybe they do that. I don't know. Again, that would be a hardcore or horror ending. It would be bold. Probably not going to happen, but you never know. It is a low budget, so sometimes they just go off the reservation with an ending. Sometimes they just end up with an ending and go, what the hell just happened? You wind it back and you're kind of like, is that the ending? Oh, I guess that's the ending. So would I see it? Nah. Let's read the write-up. Maybe this will give us some more clues. When Roy and Elaine Keenan realize their family is drifting apart, they decide something needs to be done. Roy forces his work to take a backseat, and they seize the opportunity to recreate a vacation from their past. Uh-oh. The peaceful stay in a quaint hotel is just what they need. However, that's not what's in store for them. With 4 deranged murderers patrolling the seemingly mundane halls, the odds are definitely not in the Keenan's family's favor. Roy must fight for his life and those in his family as the simple weekend getaway turns into a vacation to die for. Now, see, that I do not get at all from this trailer. And they should have probably played that up. Family in danger, I guess that's Roy and his wife and his kid. Possibly the daughter, kind of hard to see. It's not very clear. That's not Roy. This is definitely not Roy. He's the bad guy. I assume these other guys are, I don't know what's going on here. I guess that's the daughter. Probably a daughter hooking up maybe in the hotel or some other couple. So that I think is the way, it should have made who the main characters are clear. I don't think they do in this. There's too many actors. They must kill a ton of people in this. That guy looks super familiar too. He reminds me of like, I don't know, Jon Stewart combined with William Dafoe, right? Like if you merge those two together, maybe a little bit of Vincent Price. That guy looks super familiar too, and I can't think of where I've seen him before. I think he's been in movies like this. But, so 4 murderers? Okay. All right. So it's a little more haphazard than I thought. But I think he should have focused a little bit on the family. I think that setup's not bad. Like, it would have been nice to see the family, have a couple of lines like, oh, we need a vacation, Roy. All right, I'll take off work. And then pulling up to the hotel. Well, this seems like a nice hotel. Okay, it's nice and quiet here. Like something like that to set up what's going to happen, but it's not going to be a quiet weekend. The other people, I mean, you got a cast of, oh, I didn't even see this shot. Oh, you got a helicopter. That's production value. And again, Tony Todd just sort of sneaks in there. I think you needed more of the plot a little bit. It's great you got a cast of thousands and a chick with a hot rack, but I would focus a little more on the family. Give us a sense of the setup and their danger. I guess you're just trying to showcase the killers. I mean, that's one way to do it. It's got a little bit of a Squid Game vibe with the numbers, I guess. But I'm not sure who a lot of the characters are. So it's a bit of an off trailer. Yeah. I thought it was one thing. It's kind of another. It's kind of a little more focused than the trailer would betray. Would I see it now? Probably not. I mean, I kind of used to see these. I've kind of burned out on these movies. And again, I'm not big on the gore. It's a better plot. I'll say that. It's a better plot than I thought. All right, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. If you can find a more base take, I say take it. I will be at the Delran Historical Society on Tuesday, tomorrow, for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. When does that start, Tony? Well, Tony, it starts at 7 p.m. in the Delran Municipal Building. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.